Getting some news on Ford and Rivian. Let's get to Phil LeBeau on the newsline. Phil.
Sarah, Ford has confirmed that it has dropped plans to jointly develop an electric vehicle with Rivian. Remember, when Ford made its initial investment in Rivian back in early 2019, the plan was for Ford and Rivian, while they had their own separate development of electric vehicles taking place, to also jointly develop an electric vehicle. And as we reported, as the Rivian IPO was working its way through the process and they ultimately listed last week, it was unlikely that they were ever going to go forward with the plan to do a joint development of an electric vehicle. And now we have confirmation from Ford that it does not plan to jointly develop an electric vehicle with Ford.
All right, so there you have it, a little bit upon Rivian. And how you doing? I'm W.I.S.E, bringing you another video from the W.I.S.E community. So today's video, I want to talk about Rivian. I want to talk about its meteoric rise. I'm going to talk about its quick fall and how I plan on investing around Rivian, and if I'm going to invest at all. And I try to keep my videos short, and so, but if you don't have the time, I'm going to give you the main point of this video right up front. And main point of this video is I am not investing in Rivian right now. I actually have put options on Rivian, and I think it's way overvalued, even though I don't particularly think it's a bad company or that it's not going to make it. I actually give it a 40% chance, but definitely at this valuation and where it is right now, I am expecting it to drop considerably. So that's all you needed. There you go. If you want the rest of the analysis, you can get it right after this. If you are looking to find out how to get started investing, check out the information we have accumulated on thewisecommunity.com. The WISE community is a group of people looking to achieve financial freedom for themselves and others. On our website, you can find out information on different brokerages like Public, Webull, E-Trade, MooMoo, Coinbase, and a bunch more. On our site, we have easy to understand information about the pros and cons of each of these brokerages to help you pick out the best ones for your needs. Now, if you decide to join our community, members of the WISE community get 50% discounts off our financial courses, access to view all of our trades and our private accounts. You can promote your own business on our community page and attend our weekly community financial mastermind discussions. By the way, while we're promoting, please take a second, click the like button. It really helps get this information out to as many people as possible. And if you like our videos and breakdowns, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see all our videos as soon as we put them out. All right, let's get back to it. As far as Rivian goes, just to give you a little recap of Rivian. So Rivian is, its CEO is also its founder, which actually is something I do like, although that can go either way. But it's Robert J. Scaringe is the gentleman's name, who's the founder. Rivian was founded in 2009. Scaringe, I'm just going to go RJ. RJ owns about 15 million shares and has about $2.2 billion currently is how much he is worth as far as his Rivian shares are worth. So let's take a look a little bit at Rivian. All right, so here is Rivian Trucks. This is their first, their main truck, the R1T. You see it behind me. It's a decent truck as far as from what I've seen in the stats. I'm not crazy about these lights. It looks, I don't know. It looks like, reminds me, I don't know why it makes me think of bubble tea. But you know, whatever. Here you go. EPA estimated range 314 miles, starting price $67,000. All not bad. As far as you know, talking about the range, performance, I think I have here, yeah, so it's got a quad motor, so it's 4 motors in there, 0 to 63 seconds. That is quite fast. Towing capacity 11,000 pounds is not bad. Rivian also has a lot of cool stuff in there. If you see the interior, by the way, the interior looks very much like another car company, very similar to another company that makes electric cars with this in the middle and very simplistic and not a lot of buttons. I wonder where they got that design from. Make your own conclusions. So also vegan leather, which is another thing that another electric car company, and a panoramic glass roof, another car company, does the same exact thing. I don't know what company I could be talking about, but anyway. But here's the thing with Rivian. So they have a lot of cool little features. They got this little side thing that comes out that you can pull out like a range and whatnot. It's got some good storage. So hopefully, and you have all these accessories. Yeah, there it is. So you can pull this thing out of the side, and it's got like a little range here, and you can cook food while you're in your outdoors, and you got some fancy schmancy stuff here. So, hey, it looks all great, but what Elon has said and what a lot of car companies have said is it's one thing to make a prototype, it's one thing to make renderings and do all this, and it's another thing to mass produce it. Mass production is a really hard thing to do. So why am I, if I do like the truck, and there's other electric companies that I'm not going to mention right now that are that I think are just scams. But this one I don't think is a scam. But here's the thing with Rivian. So Rivian, by the way, the reason people are backing them is Ford had put $500 million into Rivian. Bezos owns, I think, and Amazon owns, I think, 20% of the stock. I think Ford owns 12% of the stock, about 500 million they put in. And Amazon has 100,000 orders from Rivian for delivery vans, right? Not this thing, but actual delivery vans. So here's the thing. Let's look at the stock here. The stock over the last 5 days, because it just IPO'd. It IPO'd actually. Well, the market cap. Here's why I'm actually putting put options on Rivian. So you see the market cap is at $100 billion, all right? And it's down, it's at 118, after hours it closed at 115. If you see at one point, it was all the way up to 172, when it looks like it was at its high. And that was a couple days ago, so less than 5 days ago. So it has started its descent, as you can see, and the main reason is okay, $100 billion. If you don't understand what that means, let's look at Ford's market cap. So market cap just means you take the outstanding shares, you times it by the actual share price, and that gives you the value of the company and the market cap, right? So this market cap is at 81 billion. So wait a second, Rivian is just came on the market, it's worth 100 billion. And by the way, that's currently when it was up here, when it was up at $175 a share. So then it was at $149 billion. So $149 billion, which would almost double Ford, right? Almost, not quite, but pretty close to it. So so here's a company. Now, here's again, why am I shorting? Why am I not shorting? Why am I have put calls? Well, let's see. I looked up Rivian here, and this is their real price. And then, here's some notes. I asked, how many trucks has Rivian actually delivered? All right. As of September 30th, they produced 12 trucks and delivered 11 of them. And as of October 22nd, they produced 56 trucks and delivered 42 of them. The trucks were supposed to start being delivered in June. They were making estimates of 1,000 trucks this year, right? So just to put that in perspective here, how many trucks has Ford made? Because Rivian's worth 100 billion, Ford is worth 80 billion. So it must be less than, well, they've made 4.18 million vehicles. I was like, that's a lot of vehicles. So it doesn't seem like a lot for their career. Oh, but that's just in 2020. So how many vehicles have they made since 1903 when they got started? They've made about 350 million trucks. So 350 million trucks made in 1903, market cap of 80 million, 56 trucks started in 2009, just IPO'd. It was at 149 billion, and now it's at $100 billion. So this is why people are saying Rivian, they might do well, but they haven't made the truck. So I was like, okay, well, let's go what is their production rate, right? What is the current production rate of Rivian? I started looking this up. And I saw, according to their original S1 filing, right, that they're making like less than one truck a day, right? So, say stalls at one truck a day, maybe I think some of these had two trucks a day, so they're not making a lot of trucks. And they were supposed to start deliveries in June. It's been pushed, it's now November. And they're supposed to make 1,000 trucks this year and less than one a day. I don't think that's going to happen, right? So this is why I think there was a lot of hype as Rivian came in. And if you don't know, Ford just separated from Rivian. They said, look, we're not going to be making our trucks with Rivian. We're going to make our own trucks. Now, Ford owns 12% of Rivian. So by saying that, they're causing the stock price to go down. They have a lockup period where they can't sell their shares for like the 12% stake they have, at least for 6 months after the IPO. So why would they tank their shares? Why would they say this? Why not just not say anything and then wait till they could sell out? Well, this is total conjecture on my part, but I just think that maybe Ford knows something. Maybe Ford doesn't want to be associated with what they know is happening. They know how to make trucks, and they can see what Rivian's doing, and maybe they're just not going to get there. And it's really hard to do this. People think, oh well, Tesla did it. But Tesla almost went broke trying to ramp up production. Like literally, I worked there in 2018, and it was literally like scrimping and scraping, and they pulled all the solar people. That's why Tesla's solar isn't really doing so well right now, because they pulled everyone and all resources where they can make the Model 3 ramp up go, and it was a tough deal. So I would give Rivian about a 40% chance, but in the meantime, I think this market cap is going to come down a lot, which is why I've put some puts and on Rivian. So make wise decisions, and I'll talk to you soon.